It's 6:03 on Monday, March 10th. At the Nairn-Hyman Community Center, we declare the council meeting open. Firsted by Councillor Austin, second by Councillor McDonald, be it resolved that the following, well, actually. There's no declarations of pecuniary interest, no delegations, no public meeting. Any discussions arising from previous minutes, council minutes? No? So moved by Councillor Austin, seconded by Councillor McDonald, be it resolved that the following council minutes be accepted as presented. A regular council meeting minutes, March 10th, 2025, that's,
Oh, sorry. So
so
it's
it's,
gonna be February, sorry.
so it's February's minutes. All in favor?
Do you want me to read the motions for you?
Oh, sure.
Reports,
Yeah.
minutes and reports next. Yeah. So the next motion is moved by Rod McDonald, moved by Councillor McDonald, seconded by Councillor Austin. Be it resolved that the minutes and reports, items 7A to G are noted as received. All in favor?
It's not as easy. as it looks. That's carried.
So the next motion is discussing the CAO's report 2025-11.
So that's the declaration of the council vacancy. Do you want us just to read the motion?
Sure.
So moved by Councillor Austin, seconded by Councillor McDonald, whereas council accepts the CAO's report 2025-11 entitled Declaration of Council Vacancy as presented for information, and be it resolved that council has received the resignation of Councillor Guy Despatie as declared in open council meeting of February 10th, 2025, and confirmed in writing as received on February 11th, 2025, from his role as a member of council. And further, that in accordance with section 262 of the Municipal Act 2001, Council of the Township of Nairn and Hyman does hereby declare the seat of councillor vacant.
All in favor? That's carried. So it's vacant, and then we talk about how to fill the vacancy. So there were a few options. One was recommended by you. Do you want to talk about that one? The one you recommend?
Yeah, there's a couple different ways council can fill a vacant council member seat. Sorry. I'm missing pages of my report. Wrong report. So option one is appointment through an open call for qualified applicants. So anyone interested in the council vacancy can submit an application to council, and then council would review and appoint an eligible candidate. That's how we've typically filled vacancies in the past. We do have the option to fill it by a by-election. That's not recommended, just due to the fact of the expense and the time that it takes to go through the process. However, that is an option.
So that was approximately $6,000.
So it's $6,000 of expense plus staff time. So when you factor in how many hours staff would be working to get this by-election going, we're looking at close to $10,000.
I think Councillor McVeigh, you actually talked to other municipalities that were doing by-elections.
I did.
and Their estimate.
The, both communities I spoke to said that one's 4,500 people or 5,000 people. And they were looking between 12 and 15 grand to do their by-election. They were also fortunate enough to be electronic, so I guess that saves them some money versus us who would have to do ballots again and everything like that. The other one was Thessalon, who's just had their vacancy just happen with their mayor becoming MP and then everybody stepping up. And their clerk had stated that it was close to 10 to 12 as well for them, and I don't know if they're 1,200 people, they're double our size, but still. We're looking at 6+ staff, I guess you're saying, so the numbers all kind of, it seems like a lot of money.
Yeah, and then the last option is,
You can appoint someone who had ran in the 2022 municipal elections. So those results were included as part of your package, who the next down the line would be, I guess. So yeah, so now it's up to
yeah, who
council.
wants to start that discussion?
I like the number one where the people put their names in and council picks one out.
I agree with that.
Counselor Austin, yeah. All right, do we have a motion for
Yeah.
that?
So I do so it has to be filled within 60 days of today. So we can, if we get like this moving right away, we could have all the applications ready to be presented at our next council meeting. But if we can't wait till the one after that, because we'd be at 63 days. So unless we want to call a special meeting, so if you could give me some direction on timelines, that would be great.
Counselor McVeigh?
I think if we give people their, it's gotta be in before, what do you get, give them 3 weeks, cause then you have a week to get everything ready for council.
Yeah,
If
Okay.
somebody's interested, I think they would wanna be in here within 3 weeks. If you can't decide you wanna do it for 3 weeks, you're not gonna wanna do this for the next 20 months. Is my own opinion. And then that way we can be within our terms, but for the municipal act, right? And for
So
your
do we
budget.
send out a poster?
Like-
Or?
like we would go on our social media, we would put the application online, we could do a flyer. We could also do a newspaper ad, but I don't know if a lot of people read the paper anymore, plus there'd be some added time, but I mean, we could certainly do that.
Does it take that long to get it in the?
It's just their lead up times, like I'd have to call them in the morning and figure out when the next one.
The local,
Yeah, we could do round and about for sure.
and I think we should have them ready to appoint for the next council meeting.
Okay.
As soon as we can.
Okay, that sounds good. So, I'm gonna put option 1 in here. So the way it reads is, moved by Counselor McDonald, seconded by Counselor Austin, whereas council accepts the CAO's report 2025-12 entitled Options to Fill Vacant Council Seat for the balance of the 2022 to 2026 term of council as presented for information. And be it resolved that council directs staff to proceed with option 1 to fill the vacant councillor seat. All in favor?
Carrie?
There. The next one is just to accept the fourth quarter financial update. You just want me to read it?
Yeah. Oh, well, does anyone have any questions about the fourth quarter?
Questions, I'm gonna go through it.
Yeah,
Okay, so moved by Counselor Austin, seconded by Counselor McDonald. Be it resolved that council accepts the CAO's report 2025-13 entitled 2024 fourth quarter financial update as presented. All in favor?
it's carried.
So the next one is to discuss the part lot control bylaw.
Does anyone have any questions?
Could you just, I don't quite understand what that is.
Yeah, sure. Through you, Madam Chair. So when we went through the Agnew Lake subdivision, plan of subdivision, as you know, this has been very long ongoing. Council had given council at the time had given their approval of the draft plan of subdivision, which you know, we all saw the plans of all the different lots and different roads and some of these lots have shared driveways. So unfortunately, through the plan of subdivision, there isn't a mechanism to register these shared driveways with the land titles office. So Agnew Lake's lawyer discussed with our lawyer how best to go about that without extra planning fees and all that. So, they both came to the agreement that a part lot control bylaw would let them register these shared driveways on title. It doesn't cost the property group any planning fees. The lawyers have looked at it, they're both happy with it, so it'll just be on the certain lots that have a driveway going over top. There's the dominant lot and the subservient lot. That's just gonna be recognized into the future, because these lots are gonna eventually change hands. There needs to be something on title that shows that we've given that approval for that shared driveway. So that's essentially all this is.
It's complicated.
Will that put this matter to rest then finally?
I believe so. We think this is the very last item, and then all these lots with shared driveways can then be switched over to the owners, so
Excellent.
we hope that's it, and I'm sure they do too.
Yeah, we thought this was done a while ago.
So do you want me to read the motion?
Sure, we're all fine. Any other questions?
So moved by Counselor McDonald, seconded by Counselor Austin. Whereas council accepts the CAO's report 2025-14 entitled Application for Part Law Control Bylaw and New Lake Subdivision. And be it resolved that council give 3 readings to bylaw 2025-10 at the March 10th, 2025 council meeting. All in favor?
Carried.
So this one is to accept the Community Parks and Recreation Committee minutes, and then there was 2 requests for funds for different events. Do you want me to read the?
Why don't you just summarize the different events?
Yeah, so they have requested funds for the amount, in the amount of $500 for a kids' Easter event. And that they've also requested funds in the amount of $500 for a community cleanup and tree planting event.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so moved by Counselor Austin, seconded by Counselor McDonald, be it resolved that council receives the Community Parks and Recreation Committee minutes dated March 4th, 2025 as presented, and further that council approves the request for funds in the amount of $500 for a kids' Easter event, and that council approves the request for funds in the amount of $500 for a cleanup and tree planting event. All in favor?
It's carried. Public health, we don't have to do.
Yeah, we
anything
don't
for
have to
that.
do anything for those.
Aqua, nothing for Aqua.
On to correspondences. So all I have right now is just a resolution to note them as received. So it's moved by Counselor McDonald, seconded by Counselor Austin. Be it resolved that council notes the correspondences 8A to B as received. A, Ian Filliger, President and CEO, Interfor Corporation, regarding U.S. tariffs impact on lumber industry dated February 1st, 2025. And Joseph Burke, Town of Espanola, correspondence regarding FedNor grant for economic diversification strategy. So all in favor?
It's carried. Well, if we want to discuss Interfor further, this is the time. So, I mean, we all saw the letter. Of course, no one wants tariffs. What can we do as council to let our political representatives know that we don't want tariffs as well? I think we should send a letter of some kind. Do you have any suggestions? How you wanna, who you wanna send it to? How you wanna do it?
And I think it has to go right to the top. Finance minister or prime minister.
Or the premier, like our premier as well, right?
And I think we should note in it that our area has been hit hard by the paper mill closure, and now if it happened that we got into the lumber mill closing, there's people in all these other municipalities that work here.
So do you want to direct our CAO to draft something and bring it back to the next meeting? Or are you just fine
I
with?
think she could draft the letter and send it.
Okay. Okay, so anything else anybody wants to add? I mean, I think nobody wants tariffs, but we're just trying to send a letter to support.
Okay.
And they'll notice, and I think if we explain kind of the situation in the community. They don't understand until they've been here, they don't know exactly where things are or how they work.
Did you say the finance minute? Sorry.
He did say
Yeah, well,
finance.
Finance minute?
Well, or you could do the minister of forestry, what is it,
Okay.
MNRF?
Yeah.
It's gonna be money they're looking for grants. and
Yeah, so,
Stuff to keep operating, so.
Do you think it's appropriate? You know, we were just at Interfor and they mentioned different things that they could use, like rail, or do you think this is the time to mention that? No,
I don't think so. It's my personal
just
opinion.
tariffs.
yeah.
Just tariffs.
So I just lost my words there. Minister of Finance to discuss. These times. That's. We have discussed how these tariffs will affect the businesses and our residents who work in the forestry sector. To show our support. Or to show no, that's not right. To
I think you can just put a period.
period there, okay.
Yeah,
So I'll just read it out for everyone. Moved by Councillor Austin, seconded by Councillor McDonald, be it resolved that council directs the CAO to send a letter to the Prime Minister, the Premier of Ontario, the Minister of Forestry and the Minister of Finance to discuss how these tariffs will affect the businesses and our residents who work in the forestry sector.
all in favor? Carried. So maybe we should just mention for a minute about the new FedNor grant for economic diversification strategy. So that basically is, you know, with the Domtar shutting down in Espanola and it affects our whole region. It's basically looking at where we should go next to fill that void. You know, so you hire, what did they call the specialist? A consultant.
Yeah, it was a
basically.
consultant basically.
And they come in, they look at your community and they suggest. Yeah.
So
So
that cost is incurred by us before getting the grant?
we,
And if
We've
it's-
got the grant.
Oh, you
Yeah.
got the grant? Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's okay.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
yeah, and it is.
So we got the
a
grant
big
to be able to
expense.
pay for that expense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so that's good news. I
Yep.
mean, we've been working, we knew about that like 6 months ago,
Yeah,
9 months
yeah.
ago. That's been in the works.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a regional focus. It's not gonna be just
Espanola.
Espanola. It's gonna be the whole region and how we can move together to help protect, you know, the businesses and our residents. And how to move into the future in a I guess maybe a more planned way, I guess.
Yeah, no. You know, we can all have all kinds of ideas, but basically they're an expert.
These are the motions to support the other municipalities' motions. So do you want me to just read it?
Sure.
So moved by Counselor Austin, seconded by Counselor McDonald, be it resolved that the council of the township of Narren and Hyman hereby supports the town of Cobalt's resolution, calling upon the premier to promptly resume the assessment cycle to ensure the stability and predictability of property taxes while the government conducts its review of the property assessment and taxation system. And further, that a copy of this resolution will be circulated to the premier, the Association of Municipalities of Ontario, Roma, FedNor, and the municipal, and MPAC and the town of Cobalt. All in favor?
That's carried. And then we have Northern Highway Safety Plan. How did you feel about that?
The highway safety program.
The Northern Highway
Yes,
Safety Plan. Sorry,
There is a lot of good points in there, but there's a lot of points I wouldn't agree with.
yeah, good job.
They've put so many things into one resolution, it's too much.
Counselor McVeigh.
When I went through it, I just couldn't figure out, well, I guess they're hoping somebody pays for all of these things. And-
Would be the individual.
Well, yeah, but the corporations aren't gonna, like, there's just so much in there that's costly. You're gonna hurt businesses, some businesses. And I don't see it all, like, there's just, like Counselor Austin said, there's so much in there. There's some great ideas, but I'm just looking at the cost as a business person. How it's gonna affect. I don't know.
Counselor McDonald.
I agree with the cost, everything, and we're waiting to.
So it's close, but it's too far.
If I had 2 or 3 points, it would have been plenty, but what, there's 4, 8, 12, 15 of them, I think.
Should we let them know?
So we're defeating it. We're not gonna.
Yeah.
Okay, so moved by Counselor McDonald, seconded by Counselor Austin. Be it resolved that the council of the township of Narren and Hyman hereby supports the Northern Highway Safety Plan proposed by MPP Guy Bourgeon, MPP Lee's, I'm gonna say their names wrong, but Bagios and MPP John Van Bantoff, and further, a copy of this resolution will be circulated to the Minister of Transportation, the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, and the Federation of Northern Ontario Municipalities. So, I guess,
All in
in
favor?
favor?
No, then you're voting for it.
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh, I missed it.
I thought I heard-
What you were,
Yeah, no,
So
that's against it.
Yeah.
So
So everyone's against it?
Everyone's
So-
against.
So it's defeated.
it's defeated.
it's not that we're against it.
No, sorry.
That's all right, that's really good.
And what-
Sorry.
I'm not against highway safety. We need way more of it, but at the same time, I don't know.
Yeah, it was a tall expectation. Then we have
Bylaws, yeah. So this is the part lot control bylaw we talked about earlier. So moved by Counselor Austin, seconded by Counselor McDonald. Resolved that being a bylaw of the township of Narren and Hyman to exempt certain land from part lot control pursuant to section 50-5 of the Planning Act and respective lands described as set out below, be read a first, second, and third time and finally passed in open council. And its number shall be 2025-10. All in favor?
carried. So I think that takes us to our addendum,
Addendum, yeah.
which is closed session.
Closed session, yeah.
So, sir, do you have any comments for tonight at all? Did you want to ask us a question?
Nope,
No,
I
okay,
just want to show my participation so that when I do ask a question, that There's lots of questions. I think you're doing a great job, really.
Well,
You
thank
know,
you.
what happens is that I don't think anybody here is saying thanks, right?
We really like you.
Well, it's easy to be nice, first of all, but I mean, there you have to, like, you talked earlier about the people wanting to become counselors. You're not gonna have a mad rush for counselors. It's a thankless job, really. As the mayor, everybody, you know what I mean? You're damned you do, you're damned you don't. So you're doing good. Keep it up.
Well, that's
You can't
awesome.
please everybody all the time.
Put your name in there for that council.
Well, thanks. I've been on enough committees in my life. I'm just here to watch. Yeah.
It's true, that's
need
the
help.
kind of,
Yeah.
that's the kind of people we need, that can be impartial and calm and appreciative too. So, but we do need to move into closed session for a short thing, but I can tell you, after this closed session, we're pretty much done. Unless you have any questions for us.
Nope. I'm all good to go.
Okay,
Oh, actually, I do have one question. I thought about the way here. Is that, is there a timeline or on a progression of work that you'll be doing at the Egg Lake mine site?
it's a great question. So, they would not start probably till the spring thaw, so.
Have you, like, exactly, but the contract can be awarded and all that kind of stuff, right? Or is that already awarded?
I don't know, I think it
I
might be,
believe
but
the contract was awarded a year ago.
Okay. So let's
But
go.
right now, currently, we're waiting for answers from the Minister of Mines, and it should be after March 15th.
Perfect. So the concern I had was that from what I understood the last meeting was that they agreed to clean it up, right? Bring it to light, but it should have been light and then maintain it. So, okay, I'm happy with that. So, I mean, happy if it didn't come, but
Yeah, I don't want more uranium, but
No,
I mean,
does?
we might not get a choice. But
it's what
if
it
I
is.
get to choose, I say no more, but
Oh, yeah, no, great, you never know. Somebody change your mind. Anyways,
anyone else?
what are your closed sessions? Or you have it here?
Oh, we can go. if
No,
you
no, I'm
want.
going.
Or we-
Yeah, I'm
No,
leaving.
hang on,
Have a
did
great night.
anyone else have any other
Well,
comments?
thank you very much for coming up.
Oh, yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
I'll be back.
Thanks.
All right.
So moved by Councillor McDonald, seconded by Councillor Austin, be it resolved that council move into closed session at 6:31
This is a new record.
Yeah,
PM for the purpose stated in section
you're doing good. Keep it
two hundred thirty-nine two of the municipal act, personal matters about an identifiable individual, carried. Oh, sorry, all in favor.
All favorite Carrie.
I am just getting a new appreciation for myself. When I started, I felt like such a dwarf, but. Where do I sign?
So
Yeah.
do you shut the
it's
tape off then?
missing.
Thank you for catching that, Trevor.
Well, I just